Good evening and welcome, everyone. I'm JV, at the moment solo, but that's what happens sometimes because I guess people can't tell time. I'm not even sure, actually, what the deal is. All I know is at the moment I'm solo. I think I've got Britt joining me at some point here, but we'll find out. But we do have a very special guest joining us in just a couple minutes as well. Somebody that we've been talking to about collaborating, and we're really excited about working with her. Intuitive medium Erica Marks will be joining us to talk a little bit about her work. We've met a lot of really great people along the way on this journey, and she's one of them, and I'm excited for you to meet her. So in the meantime, while people file into the to the chat rooms, and I get a co-host here, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. But I want to remind folks of a couple things. First of all, we've got a great, hey, Mickey. Is it Mickey or Mikey? I'm assuming it's Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Thanks for checking in. We've got a great investigation coming up in just a couple of weeks now. It's fast approaching. And in fact, we have 3 investigations within the course of a single week, which is going to be terrifically exciting, if that's the proper adjective. But the first one is going to be at the Bailey Seton Hospital, which is a gigantic facility. I don't know if I still have the picture here. I'm not sure. No, I think I don't have it loaded here. But the thing is massive. It's absolutely massive, and it is partially abandoned, and we're going to be investigating the abandoned part of this particular hospital on Staten Island, part of New York City. It's going to be really amazing. We've got Sector 12 Paranormal coming in to help us out, and we also have the Ghost Sisters, who have become very, very good friends of ours. They'll be coming in to help us out, too. Speak of the Ghost Sisters, they're checking in the chat right now. Good to see them. I think we have Britt here. I'm going to see if we do. Do we have Britt here? No, he's frozen. Yep, he's frozen. Gosh, it looks like he just got out of a sauna, one of those Roman baths that he goes to. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so we've got that coming up, and right after that, we've got the Kreischer Mansion also on Staten Island. That's going to be awesome. And now I hear air conditioning or something, or fans or something. Let's see. All right, he's here. He's breathing heavily into the mic. He looks like
you can hear me now.
Wet rat, and your fans have to go off because they're really loud.
Yes.
Really loud.
Stand by.
Yeah. Okay, so while he's doing that, and then he'll have to present a note for being tardy. I keep getting interrupted. I'm not sure where I am. So Kreischer Mansion right after the Bailey Seton Hospital. And then after that, we're going to the Bird Mansion. These are 3 amazing investigations. We're going to be doing them all live, and we're going to be doing them with our top-notch equipment. This is stuff that most people don't have access to. We have it. We're going to use it for our live investigations. Multi-camera, IR light, all the bells and whistles that you need for the
camera people.
The stream. Camera people running the cameras, the whole thing. It's pretty exciting. So did you bring a note? Do you have a note?
Do I have a note? No, the dog ate. The ghost ate it.
The ghost ate it. Yeah,
the cats ate it.
All right, the cats ate it.
Yes.
Okay.
No, Jesus, I completely forgot we were streaming.
Oh, I have no doubt that you forgot. I have no doubt.
Yeah. So I came in through the when we do the scripts. Oh my God, it's just been a whole thing. But my computer, I had to do a mandatory security update, which I didn't do. And now that I've done that, VMix is struggling. That's why you don't try to log on 3 minutes after we're supposed to go live. You got to do it like 30 minutes before, and then all that stuff gets taken care of before live time. That is such amazing advice. I know it is. Had I realized we were going live tonight. I know. All right. Well, you did realize it because we talked about it. That. I know. Okay. Well, I know we did, but we didn't. But I was lost. And then, you know how I am. I do. Where's my car keys at? I don't know. I do. Squirrel. So you may have missed it, but we've got a very special guest joining us, and I'm not going to wait. I'm going to bring her in now because she's very, very patiently. Probably should. Yeah, she's very, very patiently waiting to come on the program here. But Erica Marks is with us. Hey, Erica. I just want to make sure your audio is working. Can we hear you okay?
Sure. How are you guys doing?
Perfect. We're great.
Can you hear me good?
Yes. So the first thing we need to get the 800-pound gorilla or the elephant. What do you call those things when they're in the room? Like the thing that's been unspoken that we have to talk about? Is that an 800-pound gorilla or elephant? The elephant in the room. Okay. We got to talk about the elephant in the room. So, Erica, actually, were you actually in the chat the other night or were you not?
I was not.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. So Britt was manning the chat or manning the stream. I was on location in the cover of darkness, and we were streaming. And we happened to notice that a bunch of posts were coming up from what we thought was Erica. And they were kind of following. Anytime anybody would comment, this post would come up and say, "Hey, private message me for a reading," blah blah blah. And I thought, this is a little odd that she'd be doing this. It just doesn't. It seems a little out of character. So after the stream, Britt and I connected, and actually Erica was the one that pointed out to us that, hey, that's not me. If you look at the way the words are spelled, the word intuitive is missing an I. This is someone pretending to be me, Erica. So. I mean, I apologize for making an assumption that was you, but I didn't think it would have been you because it seemed weird.
No, you're right. You trust your intuition because it was not me. I always tell people, like, I'll never solicit and try to be like, call me now for your free reading or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and that person definitely was doing that. So as soon as I pulled up my Facebook page, I saw you guys' live stream, and I was like, I didn't make that comment. It had my picture, and I was like, "Oh my god, here we go again."
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. So anybody
and
who
when
got
I run the board, it's normally a train wreck, and I can't pay attention to chat because there's too many things going on. JV's done this since he was 16, but so I just thought it was you. So I figured you were, and I didn't realize it was on every post. I just saw it once. So I was like, yeah, give Erica, blah blah blah. It's all good. And man,
so
that was a
sweet.
train wreck. I'll never do that again.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
Well,
It's crazy. People just
No,
like
it's not your
come up
fault.
with words.
Yeah, it's definitely not your fault, but I want to make sure anybody in chat who received one of those posts or whatever they got, it was not from Erica. So don't think Erica was out there, hard selling anybody to get readings. She wasn't doing it. This was a fake account. And make sure I would go as far as suggesting, unless we have somebody on this program and say, hey, in this case, Erica, tell people how they can get a hold of you. You're not going to see private messages and solicitations from people who come on this program to our audience. They're just not going to do it. Those aren't the type of people we bring in. So if you ever get one of those, assume it's not legit, and certainly check it out if you intend to respond to it before you do anything. So anyway, sorry for the confusion. This is the real Erica Marks.
So you mean
It's me. I don't want pictures of your hands, guys. Don't send
That
them.
was so weird. Picture of your hand.
They were asking for pictures of.
that might be a weird fetish. Instead of the foot fetish, it was the palm hand fetish.
Yeah. Let me see if you got an M on your hand. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. I messaged the girl who did message me a picture of her palm, and I was like, oh my God. And that's what I was like, oh my God, here we go. So I told her, I was like, it's okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't do palms.
So I just got a message from the Ghost Sisters in our chat room on Facebook, and I'm assuming it's Mandy, who we had on the program last week. She said she gets hackers doing that on her intuitive page all the time. So it's obviously something that happens. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Marcia, good to see you. Hi, Denise. Nice to see you. I know I've got 7 chat rooms open here. I just want to say hello to folks before we get really into this. Mary Grace, Iowa. Joe, good to see you. Slacktastical, great to see you. And those are folks who are in Twitch. Hey, Alina. I think actually we went through this. It's Alina, isn't it? I did it wrong. Imagine Media, good to see you. Tony, nice to see you. So everybody, welcome. So we're going to do a couple things tonight. One is we're going to learn a little more about Erica because we are just getting to know her, but we're excited because when we started to look for people to work with, we look for people with a good reputation. We look for people whose posts aren't over, what's the word? Kind of what we were just talking about. Not overzealously trying to sell people on anything. Just people who really are doing this for all the right reasons. Erica is one of them. Mandy from Ghost Sisters and her team was one of them. That's why we've chosen to work with these folks. But we're still getting to know Erica. But one of the things that was really cool, and Britt and I got really excited about this, is when we first started talking with Erica, one of her replies said, hey, you guys ever do anything with true crime? And Britt and I both went, antennas up. What? This is something we've been talking about for a long time. Yeah. So, Erica, what's your fascination with true crime, and how do you use your intuitive abilities in the pursuit of solving some of what we would call true crime stuff?
Yeah, I always tell people, and that's when you and I had first spoke, I was like, I love paranormal stuff. I'm here for it, but true crime is my jam. I like watching stuff about cold cases and unsolved mysteries and things like that. It just really so basically what I like to do is take my gifts and just try to see if I can contribute in some way. So I took a certification and I try to learn as much as I can about a way to approach it a little bit differently. So but yeah, so basically, hopefully, it will lead to some answers for some people, do some good.
So what happens? What's the chain of events that occurs in a true crime case whereby ultimately a person like yourself, an intuitive, a medium, gets involved on a law enforcement level? Because that's probably not very common at this point.
You're right. Surprisingly, it's a lot less taboo, is what I'm starting to find. But I've been contacted by private detectives. I've also been contacted by mainly the family members who would reach out to me and say, hey, I have this case that's basically a cold case. And what I do from that point is I'm saying, hey, don't tell me anything about it. Let me kind of go in, see what kind of hits of information I get, make sure I'm connecting to the right information. And once, they validate and we kind of move from there, my goal is to hopefully open up the case, because that's really what makes it go cold is blockages, right? So I use my, intuition and connect with the spirits if that works for that case. See what kind of golden nuggets of information will help open it up. And then essentially the family is a really great tool, because the family will go to law enforcement usually and work with them and say, hey, look, check this out.
Do the cases that you've been getting involved with, and I can't imagine you've been doing this for very long, this is probably something that you're slowly taking under your wing. It's not an easy thing to do, but are the cases that you're getting involved with contemporary cases, meaning something that happened within the last weeks, months, year, or are they older cases, 10, 15 years unsolved?
That's a great question. It's actually all over the board. I've worked on a missing case, like a missing persons case. Those are more time sensitive, especially if it's something that just happened. So I've worked with private detectives on like a missing teenager to help give information that's more, immediate. But I'm also working on, just recently, I was working on a case that's, I think, over 30 years old. It's a cold case, someone's mom who was brutally murdered, and they're still looking for answers.
Do you wait for law enforcement to contact you? Do you contact law enforcement, or is it more family driven? Do you wait for a family to reach out to you and say, hey, my son or daughter has been gone for 6 months. Can you help us out? How does that usually work?
Exactly. Typically, it's the family that reaches out to me. I try to be respectful and not try to insert myself, because sometimes people don't want to hear that, and I try to respect people as much as possible. I'm not going to ask them for their palm, try to solicit them. So it really just depends on the case.
I have to apologize to Alina in our chat room, because I said I couldn't remember if it was Alina or Alina, and I said I think it's Alina, but Alina was correct. So sorry about that. And hey, Hoss, good to see you.
Alina.
Good to see you too. When I went to high school, a guy disappeared, and he's still missing. He was on the show, disappeared. Britt, I know you were about to ask something. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. I mean, I completely forgot now because you guys kept going. So I'm just interacting with chat while you guys were chatting. So I'm trying to sell soap in chat. I'm hard selling soap.
Oh, there you go.
In chat.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm trying to draw the 6 circles out, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you, JV?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't sell soap. I sell hope. It's Amway. Oh. You don't remember Amway?
I do remember Amway, but I never had anybody pitch me like that. I used to have friends call me like, hey, I want to talk to you about a business opportunity. I'm like, yeah, I know what this is going to be, and I'm not interested. Like as soon
as they start drawing the circles, I'm out.
They turned like zombies. Like all of a sudden, it was like what was that movie? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like, all of a sudden your friends weren't they were different. They had a different look in their eye because they were Amway people, and they were trying to get you to become one of those Amway people. And if you fell asleep at night, you'd wake up as an Amway person. It was horrible. Oh my goodness.
Now, true story. where I grew up at in Orange here, the neighbor across the street started off. I mean, we knew him when he first started, and by the time he moved, like 12 years later, he was like a regional distributor, multi-millionaire. I mean, he did it right, and it made him a lot of money. I mean, people were over all the time. It was like a drug house, except it was Amway products out of his garage. It was hilarious.
You know, that's the funny thing, though, and we're way off topic here, but that's the funny thing of all these people that quote-unquote sold Amway and were trying to get me to sell Amway. I never saw one product. I never saw one Amway product ever from all these people. So, you know, I think the ones that actually...
had a garage full.
Yeah, but I think the ones that actually did, as you described, I think are probably 1 in 10,000, maybe even fewer. I don't know what it was. And they all got rich on the 9,999 that failed, right? Anyway.
Was it multi-level marketing?
Yeah, multi-level marketing. So, Erica...
is it like Avon or something?
Very, very similar, but there's a greater emphasis on the pyramid part of it. It's a bigger emphasis on the pyramid part. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the original, you know, early on, 70s, I think it started, but it was... But although I will tell you this, their products are quality. Because we would buy the soaps from him, the dish soaps and the detergent. It was just quality stuff. And they started with soap, and then they sell everything now, I guess. So the line was, I don't sell soap. I sell hope.
Oh, boy.
And they would try to get the people coming out of prison, and yeah.
So
he was a cool dude. A little weird, but you know.
I have to tell. Anyway, I have to tell Erica that we've got a bunch of her fans are jumping in the chat room saying hello. So that's nice to see too. Erica, you know, true crime is part of what you do. It's something that you really have a passion for, but you also have a passion for helping people. What types of readings do you do for individuals?
So I do mediumship readings. And I also do psychic readings. So medium is connecting to your loved ones who have crossed over. Psychic is looking more at your physical life. So love, career, more, you know, questions, things that you feel stuck in. At least that's how I look at psychic. So I do that. I do some paranormal. I also teach mediumship as well. So I like to do a little bit of everything. I'm just a nerd, and if it's out there, I want to learn more about it.
Let me ask you this then, because one of the most famous things that is ever uttered on this particular program when Britt and I are on it is, I am as sensitive as a brick. Britt says it, I say it. We are both like, we have this, if there was a tinfoil hat, it would be, you know, encompassing our whole body because it's
cast iron.
Cast iron, lead, whatever, plutonium, whatever metal keeps it all out.
Yeah.
So... Can anybody learn? You say you teach mediumship. Can anybody learn this, or do you have to have a predisposition to be able to have those sensitivities?
So that's a great question. I think everybody's born with it in some way, shape, or form. I do. It's just a matter of, I think it's, what I'm learning is a lot of times people, I think it's going to look a certain way, but it really is not. It's a little bit more subtle. So whether it's just a knowing sensation or visual, maybe you're not as a visual person, maybe you're more of a knowing. For me personally, when I do readings, my crutch, what I lean the most on is my claircognizance, so my knowing and my auditory. I do have visual, I do see that as like a movie in my head, but everybody's different. I find that everyone has maybe some level of either intuition. Maybe they say, oh, my gut feeling, trust your gut, you know. That's claircognizance, and just, you know, different levels of it.
Britt, I'm going to ask you to jump in here because I actually have to go take care of a data problem because it's affecting the stream. And I want to go fix it right now, which requires me to run up to my office.
A data problem?
Yeah, I've got...
All right, you go run up to your office.
I'm uploading
Erica
video.
And I are going to talk about shit completely off.
I'm uploading video to you, Britt, and it's using up so much bandwidth right now that it's affecting the stream. So I am going to I'm going to go take care of it. So you entertain.
Right now, Mercury's in retrograde.
Right. So can you read me? Can you do a live reading right now? Is that possible? Okay, read me. I haven't been read in so long. Okay, yeah, why not?
Well, I was going to say this too. Mercury is in retrograde, so right now
So what does that mean? Because I don't know this stuff. What does that mean? It's in retrograde as a. Yeah, and I have no idea what that means. What does that mean?
Yeah. So the planet Mercury is the planet essentially that governs communication, right? So the planet Gemini is connected to, right? So right now, what that means basically is that Mercury appears to be going opposite. So opposite, like in retrograde. Okay. And how that affects us, our communication, right? So communication is off, electronics. They say at this time, it's not a good time to sign contracts. If you have, you know, like all kinds of stuff. If you sign anything, make sure you look at the dotted line right now, basically. And I believe it ends
so if
like mid-September.
Okay, so if JV and I are at an impasse communication-wise, I can blame it on Mercury being in retrograde.
That's what you gotta do. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry. Keep.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, I'm using that one.
So, yeah, and you know, I think even with you, you know, you had mentioned earlier that, you know, you don't really experience. You said that you don't really experience as far as like feeling and whatnot.
Yeah. So there's a little clarification to that. A little clarification.
Okay.
So, as a medium or psychic, that I'm not. If I was psychic, I would understand women better, and I might have a better, you know. But anyway, I wouldn't piss my girlfriend off as much as I do. But I don't. But I've been investigating so much. I mean, I was on Ghost Hunters. You know, it's 2-3 investigations a week for 7 years. It's a lot. So I've been doing it so much. You can walk into a place, you go, oh, the energy's a little different in here. But it's not sensitive like you are, where you're going, and there's a spirit sitting there, and that one's talking. It's not like that. So I am kind of tuned into what I'm doing, and I can feel the different energy. Like, you know, I can tell, like, when I walk by a breaker panel and the EMF, it's not grounded right, so the EMF is just pulsing out of it. You know, I've trained myself to feel that and understand what that's about. Most of the time, it's not a ghost; it's just the breaker or the outlet. Anyway, so I'm not sensitive like you, but I am in tune to what we're doing.
And honestly, for me, I just learned how to do it. That's all. You know, I learned how, and I also, he had asked the question earlier about whether or not everybody should do it maybe in that way, right? Well, I don't think that necessarily everybody should do it that way. It's just that for me, I said, hey, I want to do it this way. So I learned how to do it that way. But what you're describing, so that's your clairsentience, right? So that's that feeling. So when you walk into a room, and you know how it kind of feels like heaviness. I don't know how else to put it. But that's usually when you can identify, okay, this is a heavy energy. When I walk into a room and I feel kind of giddy, I'm like, ooh, this is like where a spirit that's been crossed over. This is a spirit that is excited. You know, I kind of feel into that. So anyways, what's your birthday? What's your birthday, Britt?
I am a Gemini, 528.
Are you Gemini? Okay, gotcha. Gemini. Yeah, I'm a Taurus. Yeah. So Geminis are great because Geminis are also air, right? So Geminis are ruled by the planet Mercury, like we were talking about earlier. So this is usually a time frame that can be not necessarily a challenge for you, but a lot of things, a lot of projects and ideas that you have, this is like, okay, it's time to put everything in organization, and this is the time for you to kind of like get things organized, basically.
JV and I just had that conversation this morning.
Did you?
Keeping our eye on the ball. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I love Geminis because you guys are brilliant. Like Geminis.
Whoa! I got to jump in here.
JV?
I got to jump in here.
I'm brilliant.
First of all, don't feed his ego. That's number one. It's like pouring water on a gremlin. It's like pouring water on a gremlin. You know, remember that movie? You put the water on them and they become crazy evil. Yeah. So don't feed his ego. Secondly, brilliant, Erica. Really?
Well, okay. So
I am brilliant.
Are like, but the reason why is because Geminis can think a lot of times outside the box. So, like,
yes, I definitely do that.
Yeah, see, I'm a Taurus, so for me, I'm very like, okay, I like things like structured, and I'm very like emotional, you know. And as a Gemini, you're more like, oh, JV, what's your birthday?
June 25th, Cancer.
Oh, so you're a sweet Cancer.
I don't think I've heard anybody ever describe me that way, but I'll take it.
Okay, so this is why, because Cancers are very, especially Cancer males, like you guys tend to be, you could get like moody and stuff, and like, but you have such a loving, caring way about how you handle things, right? But if someone comes at you like with something that, the thing is too about Cancers is that you guys are like, oh, that doesn't bother me, and then they're like, it's, you know, something from 1982, and you're like, actually, that did bother me, like a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Cancers are very nostalgic.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you know. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do here now. So
Oh,
you now
boy.
know his birthday and my birthday. Well, how do we, JV and I, work together as Gemini and Cancer as a team in this weird, stressful thing that we've been doing to trying to make this project take off and be a thing? Do we survive this,
Yeah.
or does JV kill me?
Okay, look.
Both.
So you should also look up like serial killers and their astrological sun signs.
Oh boy.
I want to say like Virgos and Cancers are alike. Culprits. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not sure, but actually, I want to say like the FBI actually like listed something, and I want to say it's like Cancers and Virgos are like the most serial killer astrology, whatever.
Boy.
But anyways, okay. So the great thing is like the way that your relationship does work is that Britt, you're more of like the balloon. And JV's like holding the string, like, okay, how are we gonna do this, bro? And like, so
If by balloon you mean he's full of hot air, you're absolutely right. Absolutely
well,
right.
that's the thing too. So Geminis can be pretty moody too. You guys can be kind of moody, right? So you just have to. But the thing is about a Gemini is you guys can kind of like, okay, I'm over it, I moved on. Where Cancer's like, okay, but wait a second, how are we gonna do this?
Oh, so true. Oh, so I literally, he will be stressing over something and just be like, you just see the knots and I'm just like, dude, it's over with. Let's just move on. We can't change it.
Let's
move on. He talks like, he starts gritting his teeth and sparks come out. It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you guys do work good together because you will throw stuff out there and JV will kind of nurture those ideas. You know what I mean? And he'll be like, okay, well, how can we make this work?
If you mean stab him, stomp on him, put him in a cooler, duct tape him closed, and just bury it 6 feet deep, yeah.
He
nurtures all right.
He's like, he's gonna let you kind of like flow, and he's like, okay, I'll come back to that, put on a shelf when we're ready to handle that.
I cannot wait, Erica. I cannot wait until you actually come on the investigation with us and see us work together, because you've nailed it in so many ways that you're going to be like, I don't think I've ever been this right in my life. Look at this.
You know what's weird? I just like my husband always makes fun of me because I don't remember people's names, but I remember people's birthdays. It's just a weird tick I have. I like numbers. My husband's
That's
like,
funny.
what's
I don't know
wrong?
who you are, but you were born.
Like, I don't know who you are, but June 28th.
Nice.
So weird.
Which probably freaks people out.
Yeah, they're like, what's wrong with this?
So
lady?
in
Why
general,
is her birthday?
so in general, Cancers and Geminis can work together.
You can. It's just a matter of communication. So if something bugs you, you just got to speak up and say it. That's the biggest thing. And also be willing to let go something that, like maybe an idea that feels like you put a lot of energy into. You got to be able to kind of be like, you know what? I can change this. This is fine. Let me move this. And JV as a Cancer has to kind of be like, okay, fine. All right, let's just move on. Let's move on.
Just to complicate this, not only am I a Cancer, as you've described, but I'm also Italian. And those two things, it's like this passion and this grudge-carrying anger that Italians have.
Nostalgia.
Added to the Cancer traits. And man, Britt, you've got your job cut out for you. I'm telling you right. Of course, you knew that already. You know. It's not a surprise to you.
You're lucky I'm easygoing, because I am, because Geminis they can be moody, and they do have two personalities. And I mean, literally, I know some Geminis that literally will be happy-go-lucky. I'll go to the bathroom. They go to the bathroom. They come back and it's a completely different mood. It's like, what the hell is this all about? I am not like that. Yeah. Fortunately, about 95% of my life I spend in the happy Gemini mood, but I do have a pretty dark, depressing. But fortunately, that doesn't happen too often for me. I'm lucky that way. So for JV's sake, I am.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I was going to say another thing about Gemini too, especially the males. You guys get really like into a hobby or like into something, and then you're like, you get everything you need for it, and you blah blah, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. I moved on. So whether it's like cars or like maybe you're into like something over here.
You have no idea how many times JV and I are talking out an idea, and JV's like, this is really simple, we're going to do this, and I'll go, but what if we do this, and I'll take the simple idea and turn it into something that's so complicated we'll never fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then JV calls me out on it, and then I have to circle back.
I say, Britt, that's wonderful. That's terrific, but you're making it impossible. Let's back it up. Let's keep it simple, and let's actually get it done.
He's like silently.
Yeah. The other way.
Help. That's him.
Yes. And the other thing, the way my mom describes it is like JV's more like a hedgehog. Like he just stays focused and dig the hole. And I'm more like a fox in the field. I'm like, oh, okay, I figured out what's over in that field. I'm gonna go over there. I'm in that field. Yeah, what's in that field over there? While JV's still doing dig the hole. So it's it is a weird, yeah. Or like you said, I'm a hot air balloon and JV's holding onto the rope trying to keep me focused.
He's like, come on, man, we just gotta get it in this direction and we'll be fine. But it works.
So fun.
It does. It works, you know. So, but you know, it just really depends.
That's how we stumbled into making cartoons.
Yeah,
because I was being crazy,
cool.
And then JV was like, "Oh, you like?" So my kids say they're really for children.
Oh.
Like, I mean, but we want them to be for adults or both. Okay. So you're liking them? Are you liking them? I mean, you can be honest. It's only 22,000 people watching.
I want to say when you did one, I think it was like with Sasquatch. That was hilarious.
Yes.
That was good.
Okay.
I was
yes.
You guys are a trend. I actually really like it. I think it's hilarious.
Well,
I was cracking up at it. You guys did good.
The first few were rather simple because we were learning how to do it. And I think they're becoming a little more complex and a little more, what's the word? Complex. Did I use that word twice?
Yeah.
They're just more sophisticated. That was the other word I was looking for. They're becoming a little more sophisticated, a little, I think, funnier. You know, we're trying to develop the characters more, but we're having a blast doing it. And some people are like, "Why are you doing this? I thought you guys did live paranormal investigations." Well, we do.
We do both.
Do what you want.
But there's a lot of time in between there's a lot of time between those investigations. And Britt and I like to have fun. We used to do a show called Booze, as in BOOS, Booze, Brews, as in beer, and Bros. And the whole point of that was to have a few drinks and just have fun on a Friday or a Saturday night. And we did that for quite a while till both of us got to the point where we can't drink anymore because it's got to be too much.
Yeah, we can't drink anymore.
but we had fun.
Our livers are now prunes.
Yeah, exactly. But we enjoy having fun, and we enjoy having our audience have fun with us. So we are actually going to be including some of our subscribers as voice characters. Small parts, but still parts nonetheless, in some of these cartoons coming up. So we're already in talks with some great followers to do that. Anyway, we've gone all over the place, and I don't want to keep you too late. So tell people how they can contact you the real way, not the fake account way that whoever the heck that was, but the real way if they're interested in talking to you about a reading or something.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, if you're interested in getting a reading more so to connect with your loved ones who crossed over, you can message me. I have a website that actually links straight to my calendar, which is ericathamedium.com. I also have a Facebook page if you want to look on there. I do have a TikTok. I don't know how to use it. I'm trying, guys, but it's really... Yeah. It stresses me out. I'm figuring it out, guys. But yeah, just message me and just know I'll never reach out and be like, hey, here's, come do a reading with me. I'm not like that. I'll never solicit you or try to bully you into doing a reading. But thank you guys so much. Well, you guys are awesome.
No, you're terrific as well. And we're really excited to investigate with you, have you as part of our team when we do. I think it's the Bird Mansion, right? Is that what we've decided on that investigation? Do you remember? It was that mansion. Yeah.
So that's the one in Pennsylvania, right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah. I'm excited. That'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
The last one I did was
it'll be a good time.
The last one
in West Virginia. That was really cool. That's the last one, official one I've done. It was in the lunatic asylum in West Virginia. It was the Trans-Allegheny one.
Oh,
that was wild.
Yeah.
It was so cool, though.
That's a crazy place for sure. Well, this will be a little smaller, but it's, from what I understand, it's very active, and we're going to have quite a night on our hands, or 2 nights.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So anyway, well, thanks for joining us. We're going to be talking to you a lot more as the weeks go on here. And like I said, Erica will be joining us on, what is it, the 25th, I think is the date of August at the Bird Mansion investigation that we're doing at the end of August. So again, thanks, Erica, and we'll talk to you very, very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, so nice to talk
Bye,
to
Erica.
you. Bye. Bye, Gemini. Behave. Bye, guys.
See ya. Okay, so remember the person that was in our chat Friday, was it Friday night, Britt, that we did that? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. Or Saturday.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever
right.
it was. The person
No, it was Friday night.
Yeah. The person that was in there, same picture, had Erica's picture, had an account that was one letter off of what her real account is on Facebook, and was soliciting and actually it was making me uncomfortable. There was so much of it there. And that was not Erica. That was not her. So yeah.
And it's crazy. And then even Ghost Sisters, God, help me with the name. I'm drawing a blank. And,
Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy. Wow. But I know her birthday. No, but it's crazy. She was saying that people the hackers follow her too and try and. I mean, I wonder if it's because most people, not most, but a lot of the people, a higher percentage of the people that are reaching out for answers, they're in a emotionally compromised position, whether it's loved ones, a recent tragedy, so they're more susceptible to those hackers actually getting send us your credit card for the 1990 whatever it is, and then they charge $9,000 or whatever they can get on it. And
yeah, well, that's one of the problems.
So I hate
with a lot of the psychic mediums that I've talked to over the course of the years. I'm sure you've had similar experiences. One of the problems with that is industry or business, whatever you want to call it, is that there are a lot of charlatans, and it's not people like Erica, not people like Mandy, not some of the other folks that we've worked with that do that, but there are a lot of people that prey on people that are looking for help. And that's what most people, as you pointed out, that go to a psychic are doing. They're looking for some kind of help or guidance, and they're usually very vulnerable. And that they become easy prey for people like whoever that was in our chat the other night.
Yeah, that's sad. I wonder if there's a way that we can give like Mandy and Erica. Is there a way we can give them a special badge that shows up so that we know that they're, you know what I mean? So if they're in our chat,
maybe
they're
we'll have to look
verified.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. There might be a way to do that. We'll check it out. Yeah, Haas, we do those Conrad watch parties. We're getting close to Halloween. We might have to break those out again for sure.
Oh my God,
Conrad Brooks movie watch parties. So much fun.
The only way those are good is when we're drunk.
So just to clarify a couple things. One is we're the Bailey Seton Hospital investigation that we're doing on August 18th and 19th. We've got the Ghost Sisters joining us. Mandy and her two sisters will be with us. Mandy is also a medium, and she's going to be they will be, but I know certainly Mandy will be the sensitive of the group as we investigate. We're looking forward to that. And then the week after that, we'll have Erica with us, the 25th, at the Bird Mansion investigation that we're doing then. So, like I said, we're working with a lot of really, really cool people, and we're really honored to be able to be doing that. It's pretty exciting. Good folks out there when you get to know them.
Oh, and Elena, she loves our cartoons too. She said so.
Alina?
In the YouTube chat. Alina. She said she loves the cartoons.
Thank you, Alina.
So my kids are wrong.
Well, your kids are generally wrong, just like my kids are generally wrong, because kids are kids, and even though my kids are adults, they're still kids to me, and they think they know everything, and they don't.
They're always, no, they don't. They don't know shit. I tell them that all the time. You don't know shit. Now give me that tool. Why'd you bring me the wrong tool? No, I said the metric.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever had to fetch? Did you ever have to go fetch a tool for your dad when you were a kid?
All the time.
Back the wrong
Hell
tool?
yeah, all the time.
Oh my! Did you get yelled at for that?
My dad and I rebuilt a house together when I was a kid, and I hated every minute of it. Now I wish I could do it all over again. But when I was 12, I hated every minute of it.
Yeah. I think my kids are there now. I think they're there because Tyler works with me every day, and yeah, sometimes he just I think he wants to quit, but then he comes back the next day, so maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
or he just wants the paycheck.
Let's see
but
here.
Anyway, Are we doing the cartoon tonight?
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna.
so lost as to what the hell's going on.
I know you are, and yeah, we're going to take your profile. So Mandy's confirming that she's had the same scammers, maybe not the same people, but the same type of scam happen with her account. They use her name, take the picture, they spell the name differently, and they prey on it. Yeah, just be careful, guys. If you're going to particularly if you're in a chat room and somebody's soliciting you, I would not respond to anything in that way. I would wait till you can verify who you're talking to before you do anything, because one letter difference, we didn't notice it. We didn't notice it until Erica pointed it out. Yeah. And that's what they count on. So,
and that's how a lot of the email scams happen, where it looks like it's coming from Kaiser or from your MasterCard card, whatever.
Right.
And they get you to click on one link, and then boom, they're in the system.
That's right.
My girlfriend's company has been hacked twice in the last 3 years, and the first time they paid, and this last time they didn't.
Jeez.
And man, did they lose tens of millions of dollars.
I will
one employee clicked.
Oh, jeez, I never will. I'll never respond to an email like that if it looks that I don't even open them up. I won't even open them if it says like my bank's demand. It says change your password or something. I won't even open them up. If I see something like that, I'll call my local branch of the bank or whatever, and I'll say, hey, can you check? Do we have an issue here? And it's almost always no. That's a scam.
A scam.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's sad. Very sad. The other scam that's going on right now, and anyway, so you should probably tell your elderly parents or grandparents. So right now, for me, because I'm a Kaiser, I have Kaiser as my health insurance. I'm getting calls from Kaiser, and it's their automated system, and it sounds exactly like the automated voice that's on there. They're spoofing it, obviously. And then it's weird because they're calling me, and then all of a sudden it loops you into something where it's now asking you to input your medical ID number, and then it asks for your social security number, and but it sounds exactly like the Kaiser stuff. So, at that point, hang up, find the number for Kaiser, and then call Kaiser direct. And that's what I did. And they said, oh, no, that's a big scam right now.
Yeah, and as AI improves, that's going to be harder and harder to distinguish between the real deal and what's going on. Yeah, it's really, this is one of the problems with technology.
Scary new world.
It's making it easier and easier for these scammers to scam people. So we're going to do the cartoon. Hoss, you need to catch up. You need to catch up with the cartoons if you're behind. There's been 4 episodes. 5? 5 episodes have been released so far. We're going to be playing the 6th one tonight, and that'll be not only will we play it during this stream, but we'll also post it separately, so it's it's standalone. But before we do that, I have last week, Britt, we tried something in it, and I think we had a lot of success with it. We tried a psychic experiment. In fact, that's why.
You got the next one?
Yeah, that's why you did the stream on Friday night, is because we wanted to reveal what the answer was for people who were trying to psychically determine what the card said. And I wish I had the card here. I don't. I should have brought it down. But it had a name on it, and I just blurred the name out so you couldn't read the name. But what we wanted you to do is just focus on the card mentally, psychically, and see if the name would come to you. And a lot of people, we had a lot of people guess Karen, and we had a lot of people guess Kevin, which was kind of interesting. Turned out the name was Michelle. We had one person, I think, say Michael. So that was as close as we got, but it's still a fun exercise to have. And listen, if somebody does, that's the blurred version right there. Yep, that's the blurred version, and that's done digitally. So that's not smudged on the paper. That was done digitally because the paper was kept intact like that, where it said Michelle exactly. So if anybody gets these, I would suggest that's really, really impressive. If you have psychic abilities, it's still nearly impossible to look at a picture of a card and get the name, but it's still an interesting exercise, and it's fun to see how many people get close. So this week, we're going to do it a little differently. So tomorrow, I'm going to post another experiment. It is on the back of this card, and it's going to be colors. There are 3 colors in circles on the back of this card. I've already put them on here. I'm concentrating on them right now, and I will tell you this. No color is used 3 times. There are 3 circles, but what I'm saying here is a color could be used more than once. So what we're looking for...
So it's not red, white, and blue?
What we're looking for... No, it's not. What we're looking for is the pattern. So, I mean, if you were to give me 3 colors and they were the right colors, that's impressive. If you were to give me some combination of that and it was close to what the pattern is here, that's impressive. If you gave me 3 colors in the exact pattern or sequence from left to right, that would be unbelievably amazing, and we would actually come bow at your feet, maybe. Oh,
come bow at your feet.
Speaking feet, Britt just kicked his desk and almost toppled over.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah. So when this is posted tomorrow, the colors will be masked out. So there'll be a black strip over the 3 circles that are on this card. And I'm going to ask you to focus on it. And right now, I am focusing on it so that if that helps send any psychic energy your way, then you got an advantage if you see this tonight. So, okay. So tomorrow this will be posted. Friday, we will reveal what the actual color pattern is on here. And then it will be posted as well on Saturday, just like we did it last week. Okay, cool. Everybody got that?
I think so.
Okay, cool. I just want to see if anybody has any questions here. Iowa's already guessing.
Of course he is.
Sure.
Because Iowa likes to guess.
So is Slacktastical. Britt, Slacktastical says Britt got his ears lowered.
I got them all lowered. High and tight, baby. High and tight. I go to Freddie Fades. That's the name of his place. Freddie Fades.
Very nice.
All he does.
That's nice, Britt.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna play.
Right, what are we doing?
We're gonna play episode number, what is this, 6 now? Yeah, episode 6.
I think it's 6.
Of a Paranormal Guys and or The Adventures of JV and Britt, whichever title you prefer. And we'll come back after this just to have a little bit of a chat and say goodbye to everybody. But here we go. Episode number 6.
Why can't I not say that fucking word?
Britt, this is a great investigation.
I know, JV. I've been practicing my hypnotism skills. Tonight, I'm going to mesmerize a ghost with my hypnotic prowess.
Okay, hypnotist Britt. Be careful not to put any spectral entities into a trance. We wouldn't want any of them running around clucking like a chicken now, would we?
Very funny. You'll see, JV. Tonight, I'll unlock the secrets of the spirit world through my powers of hypnosis. This is the perfect place to showcase my hypnotic abilities, JV. Watch closely. Spirits of the library, be still. Open your mind to my hypnotic influences.
Britt, are you sure you're not hypnotizing yourself? Britt?
Fear not, JV. I am in complete control of my own mind.
Britt, wake up. You've hypnotized yourself. There must be something here that can break this hypnotic trance. Oh, great spirit, Jazak, we need your help. Britt has hypnotized himself, and I don't know how to snap him out of it.
The power of suggestion has led Britt astray. Fear not, for I shall guide you in restoring his consciousness. The trance can be broken through a powerful jolt of energy. Gather close and channel your intentions to awaken Britt.
What happened? See, JV? I told you I could do it. Oh, hello, Jazak. When'd you get here?
Actually, Britt, you hypnotized yourself. But thanks to Jazak's help here, we were able to bring you back.
No way. I could never hypnotize myself. All I did was use my watch here and...
Not again. Britt!
The path to understanding the spirit world is filled with twists and turns. Embrace the journey and remember to tread cautiously.
Thank you, Jazak, for guiding us through the hypnotic chaos. Your wisdom is so invaluable.
I am great and amazing, and it is my purpose to guide and teach. Remember, the spirit world is mysterious and unpredictable. But with an open mind and careful steps, you shall uncover its secrets and things of that nature.
And just like that old adage says, Britt, those in glass houses should never hypnotize themselves.
Or walk around in their underwear. You can see in from the outside when the lights are on.
All right, episode number whatever it is, 6 is there it is. Episode 6.
So Slactastical says it's a Bullwinkle vibe.
I can
Every
see
time
that.
he watches me.
I can see that.
Bullwinkle? Yeah, I go with that. Oh my God. I can't believe you peed on me. I can't believe you peed on me.
No comment. You know, you just do you got to do in an emergency. You know, you get stung by a
weird-ass
jellyfish.
fantasy shit's going on in your
You
head?
get stung by a jellyfish. You got to do what you got to do. You fall into a trance and there's nothing seems to be working. You do what you got to do. That's all. That's it. You'll get over
You
it.
peed on me.
You know, of all the things to focus on in that episode, that's what you're going to stick on?
You look like you were enjoying it.
No, it was purely medicinal. It was purely medicinal.
Really medicinal. Oh my God. Yeah, let me smoke the pee. Oh my God.
All right.
Another cartoon down.
Yeah, so we'll be posting that so that you can all watch it again or share it or whatever, and you don't have to sit through us chatting for an hour to do it. If you would, please subscribe, follow, like, and share. If you're on Twitch and you've subscribed on Twitch and you've not renewed your Prime subscription to our channel on Twitch, if you do that, if you'd renew that, we'd appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, there is a fee to subscribe, but that money goes all to us. It helps us fund the investigations that we've got coming up. They're all it's there's a lot involved, obviously, and any help that you can provide is very, very much appreciated. If you've already subscribed, thank you. If you're considering subscribing, thank you for that as well. We really, really do appreciate it. There are other ways to support the show as well. On Facebook, you can send us stars. I've never done that on somebody else's page, so I'm not sure the process, but it seems pretty easy. 1 star is 1 penny, you know?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, it was fans. I mean, it was Facebook page and. But I have. I mean, some people put up good. I mean, people that put up good content, I definitely will throw stars at. You know,
Nice.
Again, it's a little from me, but enough people throw a little, and that guy, that person
Helps
can
everybody. Yeah.
keep doing whatever they're doing.
Right.
We're also on. We also started a channel on TikTok. Now, look, we prefer you to be on Facebook. We prefer you to be on YouTube. But if you happen to have a TikTok channel or whatever, you're on TikTok, give us a follow over there. Although please watch here, but the more we're throwing a wide net and we're trying to get drive people to this content, and it all helps.
Yeah, and to be clear, the TikTok channel is for the cartoon specifically right now, and in fact, that's the way you find it. It's pair, PAIR, pair underscore the letter A underscore normal underscore guys, pair normal guys. So yeah, if you could add the follow there, because those numbers help the algorithm spread us to new faces, new eyes, new people. So awesome. Appreciate your support. We have a lot going on. There'll be another new episode of the cartoon coming up later in the week, toward the end of the week. Looking forward to launch that. Some of these are making Britt and I crack up. Hopefully they make you laugh a little too, because that's what it's about. And as we get better at the animation and the writing, the stories will get a little more complex too. The one that you just wrote, by the way, I'm going to be animating that for 6 years to get that to work.
I know. Hey, up your game, boy. Up that game. I got better at writing.
Wow.
But yeah, no, we can tweak that down if we need to be. But our ultimate goal is to be at the level of King of the Hill or something like that. We're not going to do overly complicated stuff, but King of the Hill was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And we would like to do that, but via the paranormal world, which will include also aliens and Bigfoot, and it's not just ghosty stuff. But and who knows? We may even go
since
shopping.
the last episode was Bigfoot. Yeah, I think they probably got that figured out.
Yeah. Right. But anyway.
All right.
That's all I got.
That's going to do it for tonight. Thanks to everyone for dropping in, saying hello. Good to see all of you in our chat rooms. And we'll catch you next few days or so. We'll be back.